All right, let's jump right in. We are taking a deep dive into what is, without a doubt, one of the most exciting digital landscapes on the entire planet, India. By 2026, the game is going to look completely different, and today we're going to break down exactly how and why. First things first, let's just try to wrap our heads around the sheer scale of this. We're not talking about some small emerging market, no. We're talking about over 800 million internet users. To put that into perspective, that's more than double the entire population of the United States, all online. This isn't just another market, it's a digital continent. But here's the thing, and it's a big one. You can't just take a standard global marketing strategy, paste it over India, and expect it to work. It won't. The diversity in language, in culture, and how people use their phones, it's just immense. So the real question, the multi-billion-dollar question that every business is asking, is this. How do you actually connect with this massive, diverse audience? And that is exactly what we're going to unpack right now. We're going to lay out the new playbook for you, a strategy built on 3 huge fundamental shifts that are completely reshaping how brands talk to consumers across India. So let's get into the first one. Okay. We start with the market itself. This isn't just about eyeballs. It's about a $20 billion digital marketing industry. But the key to unlocking all that value is understanding that the growth isn't just coming from the big cities like Mumbai or Delhi anymore. The real story, the one you need to pay attention to, is the digital explosion happening all across the country. And this slide just lays it all out perfectly. You see, the old way of thinking was all about an urban, English-speaking user, probably on a desktop. But the new reality? It's a completely different person. It's someone who is mobile-first, living in a Tier 2 or Tier 3 city, and they're watching videos and scrolling social media in their native language, whether that's Hindi, Tamil, Bengali, or Marathi. The big takeaway here is crystal clear. The one-size-fits-all strategy is officially dead. So, you might be thinking, how on earth do you manage all that complexity, all that diversity, at scale? Well, that brings us to our second major trend, and it's the first pillar of our new playbook, artificial intelligence. You know, AI is no longer some futuristic buzzword. It is the actual engine powering modern marketing in India today. And what's so fascinating is how practical this stuff has become. I mean, look at this. We're talking about AI chatbots on WhatsApp, which has over 400 million users in India, providing customer support around the clock. AI is predicting what you want before you even search for it, personalizing your entire experience. It's even writing social media posts and, maybe most importantly, making sure every single ad dollar is spent reaching the people who are most likely to actually buy something.
It really all boils down to this simple but incredibly powerful 3-step process. First, AI predicts. It sifts through mountains of data to figure out what someone's going to do next. Then it personalizes. It crafts the perfect message just for them. And finally, it automates the whole thing, allowing a brand to have millions of what feel like one-on-one conversations all at the same time. It's a total game changer.
All right, let's move on to our third section, which covers the second pillar of this new playbook. And this one is all about how Indians are actually using the internet now. It's all about the rise of voice search and, just as importantly, vernacular languages. I mean, just look at this number, 40%. Nearly half of all internet users in India are now using their voice to search. This isn't some tiny trend for tech geeks anymore. This is mainstream. For millions and millions of people, talking to their phone is just faster, easier, and more natural than typing on a tiny keyboard. And they're not asking in English. This right here, this is someone asking Google in Hindi, which is the best phone. Voice assistants now get Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, you name it. So if your brand isn't optimized for these kinds of conversational native language questions, you're pretty much invisible. And this really gets to the heart of it. It is not enough to just translate your English ads into another language. You have to create content that is culturally native. That means you need to understand local humor, local values, local pop culture references. It's the huge difference between just talking at a market and actually speaking with a community.
And that brings us perfectly to our fourth section and our third and final pillar. Where are all these conversations happening? Well, it's all about the incredible fusion of short-form video and social commerce.
This statement says it all, really. The journey from seeing a product in a cool video to hitting the buy button is no longer a journey at all. It's instant. That wall that used to exist between being entertained and making a purchase, it's completely crumbled. Shopping is now just a natural part of scrolling through your feed.
And here are the platforms that are making it all happen. You've got Instagram Shops, where you can browse and buy something without ever leaving the app. You've got businesses on WhatsApp sending you catalogs and taking your order right there in the chat. And then there's YouTube, where brands are hosting live shopping events, creating that sense of urgency and driving sales in real time. It's all happening at once. Content and commerce are now the exact same thing.
Okay, so we've covered the three massive transformations shaking up the market: AI, the rise of voice and vernacular, and the explosion of social commerce. So let's pull it all together into a clear, actionable strategy for 2026.
This is it. This is your playbook. Number 1, automate with AI. Use it to deliver that personal touch at an absolutely massive scale. Number 2, speak their language. Don't just translate, truly localize your content and get serious about voice search. And number 3, engage them where they are. That means mastering short-form video and making it ridiculously easy to shop right inside social media. This is the core of a winning strategy.
So, we'll leave you with this one final thought. That next billion users that everyone's been talking about, they're not coming. They're already here. They live on their phones, they speak to their devices in their own languages, and they shop inside the apps they love. The defining question for any brand looking at 2026 is actually pretty simple. Is your brand ready to finally stop talking at them and start listening?